Hello everyone, welcome back to your channel Bioexam and Research Support by Dr. Arjuna. So in this video, I'm going to solve some previous year questions from the rubber board exam, and I think this will be helpful for those who are appearing for the rubber board exam 2026. So as we all know that very little information about this exam is available in the public domain. So I have obtained a total of 2 papers from the life sciences stream, and I think they will be equally useful for the scientific assistant exam, especially the life sciences stream as well. So I'm going to solve some questions in 4 video parts, and this is the first part. It will definitely help you practice questions and also test your knowledge. So if you have any queries, you can comment below and ask me. I will try to answer your question. So let's get started. Now, moving to the question number 1, which is which one of the following statement is not correct? So this question is about camodulin protein. So actually camodulin is a calcium binding regulatory protein that acts as a calcium modulator. So you can simply remember Ca modulin, calcium modulator. So this protein becomes active when it binds to calcium. So each camodulin molecule has 4 calcium binding sites arranged in 2 domains. So if when you will look at the options, you will see that the option number D says each molecule of camodulin contains 2 binding sites for calcium, which is incorrect. And the question is also asking about that which statement is not correct, means which statement is incorrect. So the option will be D. Moving to the next question. The next question is uh, Crida is situated at. So what you have to do is you have to remember all the important centers and institutes in India as well as in the world. And the option for this, the answer for this question is Hyderabad. CREDA, which is Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture, is situated in Hyderabad. So option B will be the correct answer. Now moving to the third question, it says that concentration of which of the following hormones increases in plants during senescence. So first of all, you have to know that what is senescence. So it is the natural aging process in the plants. What happens is in this process that where the cells, tissues or organs gradually lose their function and eventually die. So for example, a green leaf turning yellow or falling off. And there are 2 main hormones which are responsible for these. First one is ethylene, the second one is ABA, abscisic acid. So ethylene accelerates aging and leaf fall, and ABA is a stress hormones that promotes aging. So the answer of this question will be ethylene and ABA. So you have to remember that the hormones which is responsible for various functions or various physiological functions of the plant. Now, the fourth question is based on Kelvin cycle, and I hope you all have studied it. So it is asking that how many molecules of NADPH and ATP respectively are required for the fixation of 6 molecules of CO2 into 1 hexose molecule through the Kelvin cycle, and the answer will be 12 NADPH and 18 ATP. Actually, for 1 molecule of CO2, the cycle requires 3 ATP and 2 NADPH. And so here for 6 molecules, you have to multiply it by 6, and it will be 18 ATPs and 12 NADPH. So the correct answer will be B. Now again, I have like I have mentioned in the, I think for the question number 3, that you have to remember all the important centers. So here you can see that they have asked that what does IRRI stands for. So it is International Rice Research Institute, and similarly you can make a list of all the important institute, because this question I think it will take 5 seconds to solve, and it is marks fetching, and you can like in very less time you can score better. Now the sixth question says that out of the total 64 codons, 61 codons code for 20 amino acids. So this suggests overlapping of codons, or ambiguous nature of codons, or degeneracy of codons, or collinearity of genetic code. So overlapping means codons are read non-overlapping. So here you can easily see that there are 64 codons, in which 3 are stop codons, and 61 codons code for 20 amino acids. So means number of codons are more and number of amino acid is less, means there is a degeneracy of the genetic code, because multiple codons must be coding for the same amino acid. Now moving to the next question. So this question is a bit tricky. It is again asking about which of the following statement is not incorrect, means which is correct. So it is about vernalization. So this is your task. You have to comment below that what will be the correct answer for this. After that, I will provide you explanation of that. Now the system of growing the same crop on the same land year after year is called, it is called monocropping. So there are four different types of cropping. I have given the picture over here. You can easily remember that these what is single layer cropping, what is relay cropping, what is monocropping, and what is multi-layer cropping. It should be clear to you all. Here they are saying that the same crop is grown year after year on the same land, so the answer will be monocropping. Now this is the simple formula, harvesting index. So the answer is economic yield by biological yield into 100. You have to remember this. There is no shortcut to this. You have to remember it. Then question number 10, homozygosity and heterozygosity of an individual can be determined by. So it will be determined by test cross, because a test cross involves crossing an individual with unknown genotype with a homozygous recessive. So there are three options. If all the offspring shows the dominant trait, the individual is homozygous dominant. If offsprings show both dominant as well as recessive traits, then 1:1 ratio, the individual is heterozygous. So easily either they will be homozygous or heterozygous, and you can easily identify by the test cross, okay, in which the individual whose genotype is not known is crossed with the homozygous recessive. Now, who coined the term chromosome? Again, a 5-second question. Waldeyer, you have to memorize it. No other options. Now, transfer of gene to target plant cell using a very thin needle is called. So there are four options, and if you will read about these options, I mean these gene transfer methods in detail, you will find that microinjection involves directly injecting DNA into cell using a very fine microscopic needle. So the question is asking that transfer of gene to target plant cell using a very thin needle is called, and the answer will be microinjection, right? Now, next question says that which method of sterilization is called fractional sterilization. So, these are the methods of sterilization wherein autoclaving uses high pressure plus steam in one step and not repeated cycles. Boiling only kills vegetative cells, not spores. And pasteurization, mild heating used for food safety like milk, not it is a complete sterilization. So, not much heated, mild heating is done. So so the option will be tyndallization. So in tyndallization, heating is done again and again for 2-3 days to kill bacteria and then their spores after they grow. So the answer will be tyndallization, option number C. Now, isotopes of an element have a different number of, and this is, I think, school level question. So actually, isotopes have the same number of protons but differ in the number of neutrons, which changes their mass number. So here you can see 1H1, 1H2, 1H3, protium, deuterium, and tritium, and you will find that the number of neutrons changes in each case. Now, which among the following is not a primary nucleotide database? So here the answer will be D, that is PIR, protein information resource, which is a protein database, not a nucleotide database. Rest other three, NCBI, EMBL, and DDBJ, are the three major primary nucleotide sequence databases. Next question is which is an example of a secondary air pollutant. So what is secondary air pollutant? Secondary air pollutants are not emitted directly. They are formed in the atmosphere by chemical reactions. So here all other gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur oxides, and lead are primary pollutant, while the acid rain, which is formed later in air, is the secondary pollutant. So the correct answer will be B, that is acid rain. Now the next question is which among the following factors does not affect the Hardy-Weinberg principle? So actually you have to see that the Hardy-Weinberg principle assumes that allele frequencies remains constant when certain conditions are met. So factors that affect equilibrium are mutation, genetic drift, genetic migration, which is also called gene flow, while nutrition does not directly change allele frequency, so it does not affect the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. So here we can say that they are asking about which one of the following factors does not affect. So the correct answer will be D, that is nutrition. Next question is coding region of eukaryotes are. Again, it is a very simple question. So they are called exons. They are expressed and translated into proteins. Okay, this is a basic gene structure that I think all of you must be knowing. Now the next question is when the plasma of person has both anti-A and anti-B antibodies, the blood group of this person would be. So here I have given a chart. You can see that the blood group in the different blood groups. So here we will see the antibodies in plasma, not the antigens on RBC. We are talking about the antibodies in plasma. So here we can see that in case of O blood group, both antibodies A and B are present in the plasma. So it can donate to AB, and O group and can receive from none. Okay. Now, so the answer will be C, that is group O. Now the next question is capacity of undifferentiated cells to develop into any type of cell in the body of an organism is called, it is the process of totipotency, and it is called totipotent cells that can develop into any cell type of the body, and extra embryonic tissues like placenta as well. So they have the highest development potential, while other options pluripotent and unipotent can form. Pluripotent can form almost all body cells but not placenta, and unipotent can form only one cell type. So here the answer will be totipotent cell. Five more questions. So now moving to the next question, that is the 21st question. Golden rice is a transgenic crop of the future with the following improved trait. And it is again a very simple question because golden rice is a genetically modified rice engineered to produce beta carotene, a precursor of vitamin A, to combat vitamin A deficiency in populations reliant on rice as a staple food. So it is high vitamin A. It has high vitamin A content. So the answer will be C. Now moving to the next question. The next question is the excess water from the precipitation that moves out of a field and finds its way to rivers, lakes, and oceans is called runoff, which is excess water from precipitation that flows over land into rivers, lakes, and oceans. Now the next question is organisms that obtain energy by absorbing and metabolizing nutrients. So here the option A is correct, heterotrophs, because heterotrophs obtained energy by consuming and metabolizing organic nutrients from other organisms, while osmotrophs are that can absorb dissolve nutrients directly through their membrane. Mustard family is termed as crucifery. I think you must be knowing several cruciferous vegetables. So you can make a list of different families and their example. Now the next question is movement of an organism towards the light source is called Phototaxic. Photo means light, taxis means movement towards that. Now, in the next video, I will solve rest of the questions and be here because I think rubber board exam is on 30th and 31st of May this month only. So very less time is remaining. So whenever you get time, you can revise it because sometimes questions come directly from the previous year questions as well, and you will get to know the concept and you can solve some questions based on these concepts. So subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, and if you have any query, you can ask me, and whenever I get time I will try to reply. And thank you so much for watching till the end. See you in the next video.